Alright chaps, Pete from Conway Circle. Today we're on a beautiful Ideal Logic in a new build, because they ship these things in all the new builds, and we're just going to do a quick video on how to strip this thing down, get into the heat exchanger, give it a good clean up and a service. That's all. I'm going to show you the quickest way I found just to strip it down. So your electrics are at the fan. There's a little screw here which just retains the fan. The gas pipe has been unclipped, as you probably saw. So I just tend to whip this off because it just tends to be easier, otherwise it's flapping about. So once that's off. So the fan just lifts up, you see them two there, them two little holes. That's where they sit on there, there's like retainers. So that's where he sits. You've got a seal there. You don't need to replace it every time, only if it's damaged, and to be fair, that doesn't look in bad nick. So there's your fan out. Stick that somewhere safe, you don't want to lose that. Okay, then you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts just to undo them, and the top of the heat exchanger will pop off. That one's a pain in the arse, by the way. 8mm socket. Get these 4 off. Trying to do these one-handed is fun. So all the bolts are out. Just lift it forward. A bit awkward getting in past here sometimes. So what I tend to do is tilting back like that. And then it goes out like that. So obviously, once you've got your burner out, inspect all your seals and everything. You don't need to replace them every time. If you phone Ideal, they'll tell you that. We need to replace them when they're damaged. I am going to replace these. Obviously a way to test is just get your gas sniffer around when it's running, and I'll tell you whether that main seal's alright or not. But I'd sooner just get it replaced anyway, because it's an Ideal. Anyway, right, so replacement seals on. Right, now your burner's out, you can have a look inside, get some water down there, see if we can get a little brush down, get him all cleaned out. Tip loads of water down, which will, as we all know, just trickle down through here, through your condenser. Now, any water you shove down there, chances are it'll clean your condenser at the same time, unless there's like massive bits in there, but just tipping water down is perfect. I use a water bottle, just a sports bottle. Yeah, a couple of goes on that, get a litre or so down here and you're away. So then what we'll be doing on a service would be isolate foam return underneath, PRV him out, so you're effectively empty the boiler, then just recharge the expansion vessel. I use one of these, a digital compressor. They're about 40-50 quid, and they're a million times better than the pump, so less pissing around. Once you're happy, put him back together. There you go. I'll stick them back together now, and that's it. And then we'll get our readings, make sure we're happy, and no products combustion or leaking out here. We were getting an initial reading of the gas sniffer obviously when the lube was on. We were getting an initial reading on the gas sniffer, just leaking products combustion. You can obviously whip your electrodes out, give them a quick brush up and a clean. You can change your seals on here. Yeah, standard stuff. Schrader valve's not leaking with a bit of LDF, and that one is, so you can see that Schrader valve's leaking, and now he isn't. So all I did there was just press him with a screwdriver, and it obviously just reseated that seal in there. You can actually whip the Schrader valves out. I think I did a video on it a few weeks ago now, but you can just undo a Schrader valve, stick a new one in. Right, there you go. Then wipe off your LDFA. Top him up. Comes off your filling loop. You plug on. see what he does. Check all our seals, anything disturbed, particularly around the gas valve. Obviously new seals went in, but if you've changed anything, test it. Just use the cable. I'm going to go all the way around the main seal on the burner. Back together when we seal kit on, we've run our analyzer on, we're going to get some numbers off, we've run the gas sniffer on, we're going to get some numbers off the analyzer now, and then make a record of them. We should be all good to go. Okay, so let's get in service mode. We press M2 for 5 seconds, which will bring up the service menu. Like that, press that, I think twice on from memory to get SL up 3 times. There's SL, that's your service mode, that's low fire. And then once it's gone into low fire, you've got all your readings, press again, and you'll get your high fire coming up. Okay, so that's how you get that into service mode. Obviously, analyzer in. You can then do, while it's in high fire, I do my fluid integrity. Obviously, all up there, check the fluids all sound. Case has got to be on. If you read the MIs, it said case is on when operating the ball and getting your numbers. Also, interesting in the MIs to actually read the servicing section, because it's saying if your initial read is less than 004, you don't actually need to touch the thing. So something to consider, boys. Obviously, you get the gas. Well, all right. I get the gas sniffer round, and if I've got a reading off the sniffer when he's fired up, then obviously you're replacing seals and stuff. But if you haven't, then there's no need to do all that stuff. Anyway, that's how I strip him. That's how you strip the boiler. That's what you do on a service, and that's how you get to the seals to replace them, the important ones. Okay, take care, chaps. Ta-da.